I'm Alex Massell.
And I'm Lily Levine. This is the Frisch News Network.
It's been another great week here at Yeshivat Frisch as students put forth an outstanding performance at the Yeshiva University National Model UN Tournament. Special congratulations go out to junior Charlie Leifer for his honorable mention in the prestigious Middle East Summit, and senior Emily Gull, who was awarded Best Delegate in UNICEF.
A select group of students also headed out this week to Israel for the Journey to the Startup Nation, a unique trip for young engineers organized by the Center for Initiatives in Jewish Education. The trip, which includes students from several Jewish high schools, connects the bright young minds with educators, entrepreneurs, and executives of major companies and successful startups. The students also participate in workshops and hands-on activities.
It's been a crazy few weeks of sports, including regular seasons ending, tournaments, and playoff games.
So in case you missed anything, here's a quick recap. Boys Junior Varsity and Varsity Basketball played a doubleheader against TBC and won both games. Junior Varsity played first, coming out strong, and leading 37-17 halftime. They kept up the momentum and won with a final score of 56-45 Frisch.
Next up was Boys Varsity, who took on the Varsity Storm. At halftime, TBC was up by 2 points. However, in the fourth quarter, Frisch hit some key free throws that would allow them to pull away with the lead, with the final score being 53-43 Frisch.
Frisch boys hockey also had a doubleheader against SAR. Despite their tremendous efforts, Junior Varsity started out the night a little rough, losing 3-2. But Varsity turned things around, coming out with an early lead and ending the second period with a score of 6-2 Frisch. However, SAR would not go down easy and continued fighting, scoring 2 more goals in the third period. Nevertheless, Frisch held on to their lead and won 6-4, securing the number 1 seed in the Western Division.
Girls Junior Varsity Volleyball had their first round playoff game against SAR. They won 2-0 and will advance to the semifinals against Flatbush.
Girls Junior Varsity Basketball beat Hafter and finished an undefeated season, securing them first place in their division.
Girls Varsity Basketball played Ramaz in their first round playoff game. It was a close game with Frisch leading by 5 at halftime. Thanks to a buzzer beater by Green, Frisch came out with even more intensity in the second half and went on to win 43-34. And they say it's not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. And did you see Ben Haber's buzzer beater shot? Kol Kavod to the Junior Varsity boys basketball team in Boca.
Lastly, don't forget that this weekend is the 2020 Wittenberg Invitational that will take place on Friday, February 14th and Sunday, February 16th at Frisch. So come cheer on your Cougars. Till next time, I'm Aaron Goldgewart.
And I'm Carly Scheinfeld.
And thank you for watching the Frisch News Sports Desk.
Thank you, Carly, and go Cougars. It's almost President's Weekend, and in honor of the special day, we asked students in Frisch what the most important quality is in a president. But first, it's President Meets President in this very special interview as Student Council President Jacob Bergstein sits down with Frisch School President Mr. Nachman Paul. Let's have a look.
Mr. President, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to be here with us.
My pleasure. Happy to be here.
Can I be honest?
Sure.
Up until now, I thought I was the president of Frisch. So, you want to clear that up?
Well, first and foremost, you're definitely the real president of Frisch. I just play one on TV for fun.
Okay. And what would you say is your biggest responsibility?
Well, it's a little bit of a tie. I'd say first and foremost is making sure we have sufficient swag to go around the school. And second is probably making sure to the safety of 860 students.
Okay, that's great. And what would you say your favorite part of being the Frisch president is?
That's a good question. Definitely Sharia. I love the energy, love the excitement, and it's a lot of fun to watch.
That's great. Everyone loves it, so you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about the president's cabinet. What do you keep in yours?
Well, that's where I keep my special phone. It gives me direct contact with Rabbi Siner. It works very well.
I have a phone just like that.
See, every president should.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's excited about the day off on Monday for President's Day. How do you feel about Frisch giving us a whole entire day off? Just for us.
Well, listen, I think somebody like yourself, you work hard, you deserve it. Me, I'll take it as just a free day off, and why not enjoy it?
You deserve it too. What are some of the perks of being the president of Frisch?
Well, I'd say the biggest perk is at Sharia, free parking, and a seat right in the center of the room.
That's
no
great.
Question.
I asked for a parking spot, they didn't give it to me.
Yeah. You only get one per president.
Okay. What would you say are the biggest areas of growth as you've been president of Frisch?
Well, definitely the biggest area by far is the growth in the number of students at school. When my daughter graduated here almost 6 years ago, there were 550 students. Today, 860 great students.
Wow. And what do you want to see growing in the future?
Well, a number of things. I think the building, for one. I mean, I want to make sure we have more gym space, although don't want anybody getting injured. But definitely more gym space, more space for classrooms. So I want to expand that, as well as making sure we have room for the continued growth of student body.
Well, that's great. And do you know anything about the Frisch Cafe?
I do know about the Frisch Cafe. I'm looking forward to its eventual opening.
Got it. Do you know when that opening will be?
I think that's one we'll have to use the bat phone for.
Got it. Got it. Thank you so much again. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks so much.
Of course.
Happy to have you here.
Thank you.
What is the most important quality to have in a president?
I think the most important quality is to be a role model for the people.
Sympathy, because they're in charge of so many people and they need to understand how people feel.
I think the president should be a good leader and should know the right Gemaras.
Very, very passionate in what they want to do.
Supports Judaism. Very learned. I think leadership is really important. Someone who knows what they want and how to get it.
That's about it for us today. Until next time, for the Frisch News Network, I'm Alex Massell.
And I'm Lily Levine. Thank you for watching.